We're back, Mr. Loudmouth here. I would like to introduce this young woman as someone who is inspiring, and I appreciate the opportunity and your time for sitting here. And the first question I have for you is, who are you and what do you do for a living?
First, thank you for this opportunity, Mr. Loudmouth. I appreciate this opportunity so much. My name is Diamond, and I am an eyewear designer. And currently, we are at our showroom in Dumbo.
Nice. And where can people reach you to maybe buy your product? I think. Sorry.
So, on all social media, our handle is EENY Eyewear, EENY Eyewear on all social media platform, and our website is EENYEyewear.com. And you can also come to our showroom, 145 Front Street. That's Brooklyn, New York.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. And the second question I have for you is what inspired you to choose this career path?
Wow, this career was gifted to me 10 years ago in a dream. I've been in business for over 2 decades. My first design came to me in a dream, and I just believed in that path, and I worked at it for a while, and eventually it became real. And I'm just so grateful to be able to create new perspective through my eyewear designs.
And by the way, your eyewear designs, they look beautiful. You have so many selections. How many do you have in the store?
So currently we have 25 designs, and each design have maybe about 5 or 6 variation. It is a large collection. We started, my first launch was 3 designs, and every year it's just growing and scaling. Our collection is a bespoke collection. We try not to mass produce. So each colors is limited to about 50 pieces per color.
I like that. I like that. The next question I have for you is when did you first decide to choose this profession?
Wow, like I stated earlier, I mean, the dream just keep haunting me, and I worked at it for a while. And like I said, it's just part of the mission that I have, which is to create new perspective and be able to use it as an art where people can be inspired. And then whether if you need optical needs or you need it just for fashion, it's just a great way to express yourself. And not only that, it's tied into your confidence, it's tied into your self-expression. And I'm just really, I feel like I'm doing God's work by helping people to connect their identity through my designs.
I was gonna say, because how does it make you feel when you see someone come in here and pick out the specific glasses for what they would like in their needs?
What I find, most people have so many fears, and this is probably one of the only product that reveals your inner feelings. So I will pay attention to what people are mostly scared of, and I'm a great assistant as far as helping them, guiding them to overcoming whatever energy and fear that faces them. But luckily, we have so many options, and once you find that pair, it becomes their favorite pair. So it's a very personal shopping experience.
I appreciate you sharing that. The next question I have for you is, what has been your biggest challenge since starting this career?
Wow. I would say my biggest challenge is the lack of mentor for me at the time when I started.
Hmm.
People to emulate the success blueprint that I needed at the time. That was one of the main challenge. And because of that, now I decided to be the blueprint that I wanted back then 10 years ago. So yes, I do collaborate with a lot of other designers that may need to get in the field and don't know how to do it. I speak to a lot of kids as well. So my existence is to just be an example of what's possible.
You know, it's crazy because my next question is, who has been your biggest influence and mentor in this field?
Wow, I believe that Coco and Breezy, these were like these twins, young ladies, and they still in the field, but they elevate to other things as well. They were probably the first eyewear designers that I was aware of.
Hmm.
But along the way, one thing I realized: once you truly decide a path, the universe will just align you with great people. So I met with so many great entrepreneurs, whether if it wasn't specifically this field, but just being in business in general. My good friend Ben, I have so many great mentors, whether they know if they're my mentors or not, people that I look at what they do and take out the positive um, evolution of what they do and apply it to myself. So I have many, many mentors.
I appreciate you sharing that because
Yes.
it's always good to give credit where credit is due. I always think. I would like to throw in there you. You're really a big inspiration to yourself. You
Yes.
you motivate yourself a lot. I notice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. Man, wow. I didn't know that I should throw myself in there. But
You
I
could.
mean, originally that was like, because it's like, I find that I have the saying that I find that sometimes the devil is me. And
Mm.
it's not in the sense of being evil. It's just in the sense of sometimes if you are opposite, if you have an opposition within your own being, that's being a devil to yourself. If you sometimes discourage your dream, that's being the devil to yourself. So it's just a mantra that I have to remind me not to be a devil to myself and trust myself and keep going. So yeah, or
I
maybe the
love your
nicer way to say
response.
it, sometimes I would say the trickster is me. So if you
Ah,
don't want to use the word devil, you could use the word trickster. So,
that was a great, great response.
yes.
That's great. The next question I have for you is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Wow. In the next 5 years, I see us becoming one of the biggest eyewear brand that's known for our designs all over the world, where we will be licensing our designs to other brands. It's just gonna be a big community where people will see this logo and they will know that, wow, you part of this club. I have customers now that make friends just through the eyewear, knowing that, oh wow, did you shop there? I shop there, and they become friends and they send me pictures. I have people that start businesses because of the inspiration. So this is more than glasses. This is about a community. This is just a way to connect, and your eyes is the gateway to your soul. So it's like, it's a sensitive piece, especially if you got to wear a prescription and you feel like, oh my God, this is like a medical thing, and you turn it into a fashion thing, where you turn it into expression thing. Now it's no longer just a medical, stigma. Now it become part of your, expression. So I see ENY becoming one of the biggest eyewear brand in the world.
Woo! I love the ending of that. I love that. The next question I have for you is, how do you create a unique experience for your customers?
Oh wow, it's as you can see, I'm a very spiritual being. So for me, if when I am dealing with a customer, it's more about their energy. So it's not so much about what I'm trying to sell them. It's about what is in alignment with their frequency. So I always say I do a quick scan, I listen, I understand, and then I align the customer with the product. So it's always about you first and then the product after.
You got a good, good, good. I like that. It's a good blueprint. Oh,
Definitely.
heck yeah. The next question I have for you is, what's one piece of advice you would give to someone starting in your career?
Wow. The one piece of advice, if I had to be one piece, what would I say? Protect your ideas. Because the act of protecting your ideas, it says to yourself and to the universe that you have something of value, right? So whether if it's
Mm,
trademark, copyright, website, thinking of yourself as a brand, branding yourself, I feel like this is the first step that create the seed of something of value. And the way you perceive yourself is the way the world will perceive you. And that would be my biggest advice if I had to give
Before
one.
we end this off, is there any glasses that you would like to promote?
Wow. So the one I'm wearing became my signature piece. These are called Creator. One thing about my collection, each design have a name. So ENY is the brand, but each design have their own name. So Creator is one of my favorite, and of course Diamond is the second one, which is named after myself. Those are the two I would suggest if are my favorite.
Would you like to grab those right now if
Of
possible?
course,
Yes.
Diamond is right here. It's a simple design. It gives you more like a vintage point of, and the concept is basically an egg. So when you turn it this way, it's a perfect egg shape.
Ah, it is
right?